Flat Earth British, Martin Liedtke speaking. Good to see you back, guys, at the Great Flat Earth British think tank. Flat thumbs would be appropriate. Flat thumbs. Let's see those thumbs. Back with another post and catch up on all the events of the week. There's plenty happening on Flat Earth British. It's been absolutely crazy, as you know, and there are other things afoot which are very exciting, which we'll talk about in the very near future. So we're going to have a catch up. I'm going to do a bit of a presentation today. Fantastic stuff. What can be promised is this weekend, I'll try to do it for Flatter Day, probably Flatter Day, will be a weekend of absolute juice. Are you looking forward to that? Spread the word, guys, spread the word. Something weird's happening out there. Today we're going to be looking into, Tartar fashion. Now this was inspired to me by a young YouTuber lady called Lorra, who was thinking some really, really cool thoughts along the lines of what we're thinking. So she inspired me to look at, again, a Tartar fashion because of the word fashion, which is fash, like fasces, and ion, like a lion in Zion. The ion associated with the atom, or some sort of EM. So there's a clue there. There's some sort of protection going on with Tartarian clothing, but it's definitely a technology, a consciousness technology, and I will show you along the way. But first, we're going to be looking into Tartar China. Tartar China, another suppressed country, one of a few that we're going to be looking at in the near future, guys. Now this place is absolutely incredible. We're going to look first at some photographs from the late Victorian era of China, and all it shows is just the most mind-blowing Antiqutech and energy gathering devices, resonators, etc. So we'll take a look at them because it is pretty mind-blowing. I'll follow that with a Leide Atlas of Tartary, which also shows you in 17I733 a load of free energy and technology going down. So we'll have a look at them, and then I'll take you up to Tartarian beauty. Tartarian beauty, a mixture of Tartarian clothes and culture. And I want to talk about peoples. And I'm going to talk about peoples and how they have divided and messed with us. This week. I'll talk a little bit about it in this post, but more in the week, on the weekend. So how's your week going in the epic weirdness? Don't even mention it. I know. The thing is, guys, is they're going to just buckle under their own bullshit. Nobody can have that much weight of bullshit. It's so transparent. It's not transparent bullshit. This is really nasty bullshit. They're just not going to crumble, all the world governments, under their bullshit, are they? I'm not so sure at this stage, guys. I'm not so sure. Anyway, keep the faith and keep your vibration high. I've been putting messages out on my community page on my Liedtke channel with my thoughts on the matters. So I guess you know what I'm thinking around this time, this epically weird time. So make sure to share this out, guys. Please, if you would. Something weird going on with my main channel, my second main channel, but I've opened up the Tartarian channel. All will be explained a little bit later. China, we love China. Let's have a look. Ooh, Chinese music. Ooh, I like that. Ooh, a bit more shivery. Anyway, let's have a look at some China now. These I can share with you in the descriptions box. I've got quite a few Chinese collections, but these are rather notable because of the amount of tech that they show. They show resonators, temples, which are, places where you go to affect your temple, your actual physical temple, because of the acoustics and the resonance and the technosmia that's going on in there. That's also something we're going to be talking about this week, which I'm going to be presenting, is ceilings. I think I've stumbled upon a clue with ceilings. There's more going on, obviously, with the technology, but the word itself is ceiling, or to seal in, but there's more. So we're going to look at that on the weekend also. I've got some fantastic stuff to share with you. So now, let's have a look at some China. I've downloaded some images to save having to scroll through and waste your time with these, because you've got to bring them up each time. It's not, Gallica's not what it used to be. So I got a sneaking suspicion that these poor suppressed people here, you know, they had the empire addicting them to opium for a little while before all this period, actually during this period, you know. Years ago when I was a kid, the laundrettes of Britain, my mother knew of one when she was a kid down Cardiff Bay, was upstairs, or in this one particular place, was an opium den. And this is like, you know, in the 1950s, guys, these places were still up and running. So what do you think these are made of metal? Oh, whatever. Well, we've posted for a few years about these resonators and this stepping technology, guys. It was most certainly a technology that could be traced and works. No. What we also find is these tiles, and when you get to the top of some of these, they are basically made of a ceramic material, which I will prove to you in this post that they are made of a porcelain material, which, as you know, is very useful in the field of electrics. Now, what do you suppose that was? I've got all blocked up windows. Hold here. See, these people don't even look like they're associated, which I don't, you know, they're not. They're latecomers to this place. Like a honeycomb, excuse me, like a pine comb or a pineal gland. Whew. Mighty resonators. They are quite mighty, aren't they? Look at these two blokes here on the step. This thing is absolutely immense. Wow. Again, blocked up windows. Maybe you could step inside these things at some stage. But wow. So what the official stories for what these anomalous towers are is just beyond me. Temples for religious practices, but not the towers. What are these? Portable stupas. What's inside it? So another clue that I had from that YouTuber Lorra, who I was watching on a cracking last post, I'll link it up. It was concerning fashion, but she said about, you know, the way when we see these Victorians in their images, you know, the so-called Tartarians, in these images, they all look so solemn, they're all dressed in mourning clothes, and they had no spirit. They're very serious about things, you know. So what you find is with indigenous peoples, not so much this chap, it seems to have a bit of the spirit kicked out of him too, very confused matter. You'll find the indigenous peoples themselves, although they look, you know, rather childish, maybe, you know, innocent, but they have something in their eye, a knowledge of how this place really works, guys, and how we're supposed to be. They're not in the Phoenician paradigm of bullshittery and absolute corruption. Look at this. What have they done to us, guys? What have they done to us? Are we really like what they say we are? You know, in my mind, guys, all of the things that I ever used to think have all been put there by them, and I don't feel like it at all. I'm going to go with what my heart says. My heart says it's all super bullshit, guys. Is what it says. Look at this technology. How far up? Woohoo! Wow. So huge. And you get the details to what the item is below the photograph. Oh, wow. Look at this on top. Wows. Wows. Decorative purposes? Do you honestly think that's for aesthetics? And we already know that this is energy harvesting technology. The higher up you go, the more electrostatic charges potential is available. And in the relatively recent past, the EM was definitely more active in this place. If the EM changes in any way, there's a good chance that the technasmia existing on this place, if any of the wars haven't got rid of it all, because that's probably what they were for anyway, might become active again. Lovely suntans, aren't they? But again, in these clothes, these are not these. I'll show you now how, and you know, these people, this is not their clothing. I will show you, you know, a short time before this that they had fantastic things, guys. You know, I'll show you on my next post concerning. I've talked about the Congo before, how it was a glittering empire before the Phoenicians, the evil white man, got there with his corrupting ways, its weird cultic practices and religions. And all the black magic. He had everyone eventually resorting to everything that is shit about this entire reality. Is what they reduced us to. You could akin it to, I don't know, cultural Marxism, let's say. But it's not. It's more. It's more than the undermining of our weaknesses for certain things in this realm. It's more than that. It's taking us away from what we truly are in this place and our place in it all. It's hard though, you know, changing your entire perspective and worldview, how you always looked at things. I'm not talking about the, you know, the discoveries, guys. I'm talking about how you tick, your personality, you know, your traits, your person, who you are. You know, I met myself a long time ago, guys. I think it was my teenage years, maybe, looking in the mirror, tripping. And I see myself, and I knew myself, and I thought, yeah, I'm alright. I quite like myself. I've got, you know, a bit of a shit at times, but overall, you know, I'm kind. I'm good. I never ever want to hurt anybody. I just want to bring love to this place and help where I can. I'm not even worried about me, really. Worried about everyone else. Driven by love. Which is fucked up in this realm, isn't it? No, it's not. Look at these beauties. A bit more Chinese music. Yum yum. Oh, I'm feeling all Chinese. Ooh, what's going on here? The destruction of an empire. A glittering free energy. Whew. Tartarian empire. Taken from us by greedy, weak, insignificant, soon to be gone pieces of excrement. That looks like, this part here looks like the base for the Statue of Liberty, doesn't it? The size of these, it's getting their tombstones. Cool, so dramatic, isn't it, that Chinese music? I feel like I'm in Kung Fu Hustle and I could use one of those stringed instruments to do chi energy battles. Just chi energy across the world. Maybe that's how they transported the chi energy one another. Done a Bruce Lee chi bash where you just fly back about 80 foot, but in this case, like, you know, another country away. I know. I have fanciful imagination. I know. Check these little beauties out. What do you think they do, guys? Outside of their bullshittery, just little tombs for standing in front of. Look at this, guys. Some cracking little designs for energy gatherers, or for actually storing energy, I would say, these ones. Look at the cubes on this. How old is this thing? This is the Victorian era. This is like really, really futuristic. It all is. Here too. Oh. So, that looks a bit mud-fetted and affected down below. Let's have a little look. Oh, surely it is. Wonder what that was. Tombage. Seems to be buried gravestones. Oh shit, it does. It's a whole load of mud burying gravestones. Would you disagree? There's mud's come in, hasn't it? So I wonder what the serrates are for on this building. Its actual purpose. She's a stunner. And she's big. And she's mud flooded. Okay. Wow. Ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching. What are you smoking there, brother? Actually, he looks pretty cool, man. Definitely, and you can hang around in Flat Earth British's gang, mate. You look safe enough. Okay, we're a bit selective, though. Okay, as in, you've got to be cool. That's not a necessity. You just got to be a good person. I'm just saying that. A lovely person who likes animals. Got spirit in them. Spirit for the good fight. And the bullshittery that has come down on us. It's epic though, really, thinking about it. You know, the earth has just stumbled into a dark, really dark time. All of this is a really dark time. Yeah, this flip side of it, don't know. Flip side of it is something super fantastic happening. So it's like, holy shit, we're in it now. And the other side is, oh my god, can it be true? Which it can be, and it is. Because it's already happened, we just haven't got there yet. Just got to weather this bit of bullshittery. As I said, they're going to come unstuck, guys. This is, you can't carry on. They tried this with space nonsense. Nobody's even interested anymore. They still persevere. Again, would you say this is not mud flooded, grass has grown over, and these are buried? Would you not say this is good evidence for a mud flood? Because mud's there and it's buried these. No? No. I think it's great evidence for a mud flood. Because it's there, burying the objects. And this Tartar building, we've seen before, it's like Tartar Central. The thing is an amazing fortress, absolutely massive. And it's got the name of the Tartars associated with it. I'm wondering about all these windows. Whew, imagine trying to take that. You could ping that forever with cannons. It would never move. So I'm guessing they have cannons coming out the windows, maybe, I don't know. Holes in the portals, probably using sound technology. You can get rid of a crowd with a bad sound. They will run away. Isn't that interesting? Let's have a little mag down. Firstly, what's that on the wall? Okay, it's a light. Okay, you think you're allowed then? This? Exploring antiquity with Flat Earth British. What will we find? Every vlog, we discover something juicy, which smashes the official historic bullshit narrative. So they're not doing too fantastic, are they? These shacks are not like the architects of this great monolith, great monument, excuse me. The roof's got to be a tech as well. You know, this pyramidical, ever sloping Chinese style pagoda roof has to be a tech. A piece of the old world. They build that fantastic architecture, but they can't do a road because it's all covered in mud. But we'll put an arch, a giant ancient arch, over our mudded path. Excuse me. Okay, let's move on. So we get some ponts and bridges. Again, a wreck. Forced by the Phoenicians and impoverished peoples. Mind you, they have enough of a time with their own, but this wall, yeah, this Great Wall of China, what is it really? It's not a defensive position. I can tell you that for nothing, because you get a lot of higher places, you know, looking down on it, and if there was an enemy, you could just shoot down on and kill them all. So that doesn't really work. So some sort of, you know, like they do now with lockdowns, some sort of wall for keeping away suspected Chinese plague victims, Asian flu people. If it was a thing, I mean, for something affects people. We've all had colds, and I'm just saying, could have been something to do with that. It doesn't have to be real to build a wall. The Mongol hordes? No. Because if I was a general, which I'm not, but if I was, right, if I was a general, I could guarantee maximum casualties on both sides, guys. I'm really good at this. Stand on there, okay, just go, they can't get you. You can kill them all. See? I'm actually a strategic genius. So any big generals out there, Flat Earth British, right, is wanting a Flat Earth British peace army, okay? So we have, like, you know, psychedelic uniforms, cannabis wages, that sort of thing. You know, a bit like the Men and Goats. Exactly like Men and Goats, actually. Okay, especially the hops up bit. Alright, that's what we're asking for, generals. Not much. A massive army, okay, which replace their guns with daffodils and flowers. Okay, and we no longer drop bombs, we drop bunny rabbits. Not like so they die, obviously, like on parachutes. So we parachute in bunny rabbits to the supposed enemy, cute them out, and it will just be over, like for a cup of tea, having a chat about it all. Well, wasn't that a bloody load of nonsense? What were we listening to them for? You were very fine chaps. Same happened in the First World War, guys. You know, they'd had all this propaganda against the Hun, or the Jerry, or the German, you know, that they were these terrible people. They weren't. They were fucking really cracking, civilised, spotlessly clean, lovely people. So we didn't know this as British. We get over, like, you know, to the Battle of the Somme, etc. in the First World War, the trenches. And, you know, even during the armistice of 1915, get over, you know, a Christmas armistice, get over the top and have a game of football with the Hun, because they kept saying, oh, he seems a jolly fine fellow. And the Anzacs in Australia, from Australia, Gallipoli, said exactly the same with the Turks, said, oh, we never knew that they really are really decent fellas. You know, so they're all finding a true respect for one another, because they all knew, one, what are we all fucking doing, yeah? And they're all, you know, not really fans of, you know. I don't really like the king. I don't really want to have my brain blown out for the king. I'm not really a fan. So what do you think of these gates? They're all over China, and you see them everywhere. They're different styles. A bit totem Polish on here. So some, you know, some sort of lesser magic going on as you pass through. Because totems are lesser magic, as these inscriptions are. In fact, the ether, they're lesser magic. Okay. And these. Wow. Some made of wood, and they put inscriptions on them because there's power in the written word. And the Phoenician lion, and even the bull. They just change it a little bit, but it's the same. It's the same lion, it's the same bull, it's the same dragon. And the same narrative, same bullshit, Chinese, Phoenician narrative. See this ball? How often do we see that in the depictions? It's not a font. What we do find is there's a Christian community amongst the Chinese. They show some cathedrals that are really old. Couldn't precisely say if it was a water feature, but it looks as much. I'm not sure about this thing here. It's just an animal with a big obelisk. Because it's not aesthetically pleasing. It looks rubbish, doesn't it? So, you know, is it like a giant phallus on a dragon? I don't think so. I don't know what's going on. It just makes no sense. You see, silly architecture, not aesthetically pleasing, has to be tech. Whew, they look spooky, twins. Can you imagine now, like them, somebody standing there banging them drums, and you do some like Tai Chi Kung Fu things here. See me, I'd be like Neo floating around like the Matrix. Yeah? You think that's air you're breathing? So look at the tech on these roofs. God, I'm having like literally an Antiqutech overdose right now. Yeah. The Antiqutech overfloweth in this extra postages. Nice little decoration on here though. So pleasant, isn't it? Pleasant little visit with Martin, Flat Earth British, on a Thursday and I'm middle of Armageddon. Armageddon's not cracked up, or not cracked up to what it is. Be what it is. It's a reset, guys. So check out the previous occupants of China. I guess, you know, all of them got, you know, something really not good happened to them in the Cultural Revolution. If they lived that long, they might have been in their 70s by then. So the peasant farmer, so to speak, is not doing remarkably well. I bet the elites are doing fan-fucking-tastic, though, don't you know? Don't know, maybe a burner, an oven, incense, what this thing could be. An invigorator, an energizer, make you come out feeling like Superman. It's quite pleasant. Thanks for spending time here. I'm at extra Flight with British Post. There's plenty to come. Got some excellent, actually. I'm going to share some of my juicy, splattery images for the weekend in this post. And all things Flight with British. So there's plenty going on. The year is not over with just yet. There's going to be some good things happening. I'll give you a little rundown and tell you about it this week. I know what you're saying. Check those happy hats. I know. Wow. Would you wear that down the street in the modern day? I think not. I would, because I don't give a shit, but I'm into hats, and I don't care what it looks like. If I dig it, that's it, it's going on. I don't care if you laugh at me. I don't care if you just move back scared. I've been trying to get on their nerves all the time. I don't even know what it is. Must be some sort of mental thing. I've just been trying to be, not trying. I don't have to try too hard to be offensive. I seem to be offensive. I seem to offend a lot of people. Not deliberately. It's just, I see it. I say it as it is, and I don't expect everyone to see my worldview, guys. I'm a bit of a weird-ass perfectionist, etc. And my life, I need to practice what I preach. I'm a work in progress. I think I'm doing okay. How are you doing anyway? You've got to get it right at this time, guys. Got to get it right. It's a straight no business life. See, I'm not really bothered because I've been training all my life for Armageddon. When I used to work on, even in Navy when I was younger, on the buildings, I would be doing pull-ups on the scaffolds, and they used to say, "What are you doing all the time, man?" I was training for Armageddon. Why? You should be. So I get to 53, and I'm just tuned, ready for this shit. So it's not really bothering me that much. So everything changes, guys. The worst case scenario, you may have to uproot and leave your, where you found your roots, which is bad. But what they got in mind, they can't keep everybody away from everyone else, guys. So we don't see one another anymore, all us peeps. It's just the whole world. Nobody must see anyone else. Everyone must just fucking die of loneliness. Is that what they want? Everyone just pissed off on their own. Do you know what I said last night, guys? They're doing power cuts in Britain. They say they're doing power cuts because the wind hasn't been very good in the last week. So the wind turbines haven't been making enough electricity, so they're threatening blackouts of no electricity through the winter. They have free energy. They are insane. So now they're going to fucking black us out. We're going to have no internet. We're going to be cut off. We're going to be stuck in. And then it's going to come down. Yeah, guys? That's what they're threatening. They're doing a thing now in Britain, where it's going to lock down all of Britain for 2 weeks. And they're calling it a circuit breaker. I thought it was a very, very curious terminology, a circuit breaker, concerning the circuit board cities. Don't you? So yeah, they got some incredibly bad shit happening and coming for us, guys. And I was listening to Mark Shardon's show last night, and a caller phoned in from Texas, a lovely lady. She'd fucking been arrested for not having a mask, and she said, no, I got exemption cards. And the coppers were like, don't mean shit. Even if you phoned and made a complaint afterwards, guys, you'd have the phone slammed down on you, or get in trouble for even complaining, or saying that none of this is true. In my experience going out in the day, guys, most people know this is bullshit by now. You know that, don't you? Yeah? Everyone knows who the real enemy is. We're being fucking terrorised by the fucking world governments. All of them. No one is on our side. They want all the world's peoples to rise up. Is what they want. Because they're pushing us to do it. They'll push us to the extent that we'll have no choice or we'll starve to death, and so will our children. You think the economy is going to survive? Another fucking lockdown? Do you really think that, guys? It was broke the last time. They kept printing the money out, proving the fiat money system is absolute bullshit and wank. All of it. They've busted themselves so bad in this that there's no coming back. They need to fuck off, and quick is what they need to do. Scurry away, okay? Boris Johnson, he's just got fucking diarrhea coming out of his mouth. Nothing makes sense out of him anymore. How, I'm just thinking about, the karma on this man, But he's their bitch. They probably got him blackmailed or something. He can't fucking move or something. Otherwise, these weird goings on fucking get posted everywhere. This is how they have these people, and they blackmail him. He's got to go on. He probably hates it. But they promised him stuff in the post-reset world, probably. He's already Prime Minister. They'll just do what they do with all of them. Look how corrupt. Does anyone ever bring up the Chilcot inquiry? Think about it, guys. Yeah, they're war criminals, Bush and Blair, and they've gone into Iraq, told the whole world that they had, chemical weapons, yet they never, or nuclear weapons, and they never, right? Everyone knows that they lied, so they're doing it now, and everyone knows they're lying. Do you see what's going on? And then there was this inquiry, the Chilcot inquiry, where they were going to be, held accountable, but it disappeared, and it's never going to be spoken of again until just now. You see these here, guys? Aesthetics? It doesn't look aesthetically pleasing. It looks like tech. Because, yeah. What about that? That is one big monument. And if you look in front, what can you see? Columns and masonry buried in the mud with the grass grown over. There's another one of those curious whales with the monolith. But wow. And they're massive power plants, generating their own electricity out of the ether. This looks like a sonar array or something, or one of those things you see on battleships, for radar. That's curious as well. Look at the decoration. I must say they made themselves a pretty culture, dragons. And they're the most successful peoples, apparently. There's more Chinese than anyone else. Next to the Indians, Mexicans, or so they say. But I was told that, this one rule thing in China, one kid birth rule for each family is bullshit. I've heard out in the sticks that they have many, many children each and take no notice of the government. Because the governments never ever go there. Pineal gland. They're censoring us now, aren't they? The Serco, who have just taken over probably most of the world by now. I don't think they got anything. Have they missed out on anything? Well, they got the social services, social security, probably the police, census, debt collectors, Serco run all of the poll tax. So, this anonymous company's got every single aspect of our existence. We don't know anything about them except for a highly dodgy name. Like Serco. Yeah, the Serco guys. For the Sirs. The Sir Corporation. So this is in China, the cathedral. Anglican Cathedral in China, guys. There's another one there, that's the front. It looks really like Britain, doesn't it? Or Europe. Beautiful Anglican style church, very high sides, slightly buttressed. And another church in China. Oh, they're pretty cool, aren't they, guys? So let's look through a few more, because we're going to need to get on, otherwise it'll be an ultra long vlog. So this is what the monkage do. Now, I'm not sure if he's dead or having a lay down or having punishment, because I got a feeling none of these look happy. They probably got some like really nasty habits. Well, they have, look, okay, which are basically dresses, aren't they? And they look really unhappy. He's like, I don't know, but it looks really sinister, and there's no females. This place, that looks like hell. So they get these little bunko booths to live in, the monks. Oh God, let's have a look at his face. He looks really... Are you seeing this, guys? Are you seeing that? Wow, these guys are on some serious drugs. They've got some serious weird practices going on. Look at his face. That's a classic flat earth British moment right there. Boom. Oh, man, is that the Chinese Matty Feldman? No, that's inside. Matty Feldman was epic. So a lot of them see suntans. He's a Jesuit, probably German, I'm not sure. Let's have a look. Who could be British, I suppose. There's one Jesuit, French colonials, so-called colonials. Nice tans on them all. See these guys here. See, he don't look Chinese to me. He looks like he's from the Caribbean. This guy here, he looks like he's from the Caribbean too. Would you agree? It's curious, isn't it? Oh, you got one white guy there, and there. The face on him, it's like a smacked ass. Come on, there's a few. There's a few. Oh dear. What's the matter, mate? You don't look too happy. I bet it was before. I bet it was good before these fuckers turned up, wasn't it? What about you, mate? You're not looking happy. Are any of these guys looking happy? Only him. Only him's got a little smile on. And the French general. He's looking, this guy with glasses, like, you motherfuckers. And he's like, yeah, you're having it, you bastard scum, you fucking Chinese scum, you're having it, having it, having it. Right, little psycho. He's like, really, do you have to put me next to this half-wit man? I can't stand him next to me. Why did you put me next to him and next to him? I'm creative like Trotsky. There's another Trotsky. Look, he's got shades on. It's weird, the hand thing going on. I wonder what they're doing in there. He looks different. Maybe he's the only real holy one in the whole bunch. So yeah, they take him away from kung fu and martial arts and get him into all of that really highly sinister religious shit. Look at this, mud flooded outside. Holy poos. Holy cow poo. Yeah, nice big building like that, you would have just mud and nothing outside. So there you are, China. Fantastica. I'll share them with you, and some of your little Gallicas here. Oopsie daisy. But I won't go through all of them because basically I just want to show you the free energy things. Ancient Tartarian Chin. I've got a few of these that I've posted on the Tartarian channel over the years. They show you mud flooded, and they show these crazy techs on ships and in the cities. What you do see is a hell of a lot of pagodas and Chinese towers, as I will show you, like these things here, which would interact with the ether. And we also have flags which have wires put through them. In the modern day you can get them literally on Google, just Google them, that literally collect electrostatic charge. Also these streamers will interact. So these are not just pretties, you know, these half moons, these are for collecting energy. And these towers, but it's all mud flooded and broken trees. 1733, no matter where you go, the world is in a brunt or the aftershock of a major event. So these are irrigation water wheels. Interesting. They have a lot of technology going on to the Chinese in this period, but they got a lot of mud and can't build a road because it's post-mud flood. Let's move on. So next we'd be looking at the Tartarians. We'll be looking at their styles, their clothes, and what technologies they could have been harnessing. I just definitely think, as we will see when we look at them, they'll be very beautiful. So please make sure to share this out, guys. Okay, I'm gonna get on camera near towards the end of the vlog. Have a little chat with you all about what is going on in the weird, nonsensical world of Flat Earth British. I don't mean my content, I mean my personal stuff. Everything's just weird. Don't even worry. Anyway, let's get on. And then you have this sort of thing going on. So do you think they planted them in there, or it's just left like that long that the trees come out of there? Because they're just massive trees in that walled enclosure. Maybe that's why they are massive, because the mud didn't get to them, eh guys? That's got massive cracks in it. Something hit it. So some of these are of Nanking, and I'm guessing this is the Manchurian region of China, which is muddy, but still has the Antiqutech going on. So yeah, I have a few of these Chinese ones. I have one with giants in Tartary. You get giants in this one. You just move ahead a little bit and I can show you. You won't miss anything because I'm going to share this atlas with you. So that looks highly interesting. Let's have a little look here. Have we a Greco-Romano column in China? Very nearly, yes. It's Chinese pagoda, okay. It's the same people. That's Canton, okay, it's not just Manchuria. And a Phoenician ship, surely not Chinese. And some strange cave formations, or dead tree trunks, staircases and mud flooded. Maybe an unusual thing to see, a feature, but the features of China are unusual anyway. These strange gherkin shaped mountains that you don't see anywhere else in the realm. Just there. Circuit board city. I should Coco. Check that out, guys. Eh? Look how beautiful that is with all the trees, the natural antennas, the information, the way people will be feeling and living. This is what it's all about, guys. This is when we lift that vibration. The manifestation and everything just comes, as a given. You don't even have to think about it because you've elevated your vibration. Wow, that is OD on the tech on top again. Wow, check it out. All the decoration. So he's doing something there with a snake. Very Chinese flavour today. Excuse me, sorry about that. Anyway. Look at that. Ho 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 ho. And this. Build it, and he will come. Do you mean they will come, sir? No, I mean he will come. That's what they're building, guys. Crazy shit going down. Place for the idols. May your God be with you. I haven't chosen one yet. Good luck when you do. Thank you. With plenty on offer. Stall number 6. you can get a nice Krishna. With a multi-head on the main pagoda, hit the floor. This thing's real. So, it's a bit of like an exposition of living entity idols. That'd be weird today, wouldn't it? Where we going, ma'am? Oh, we're gonna go to... It's a bit like... You seen the film Cabin in the Woods, son? Yeah, ma'am. It's a bit like that. Oh, nice. Nice. So, that's highly sinister. So, that's what they were doing in 1733, because idols are a thing. Strange religions and weird stuff going down is a thing. You know you can blame for this, don't you? We can only blame ourselves. We brought them in here through our weakness. We listened to that voice. We knew it was wrong. But we thought fuck it anyway. Because like the place is just like constructed that we got no choice what to do. Life. Stuff. Things. So yeah, time's ticking away rather quickly, as I put on my post on my community page last night, Flat Earth British, and something needs to be done like pretty quick, I would say, because the winter's on us, and if it gets snow and they just cuts the power on us, it's going to be harder again for people to just stand up, get back. And I don't mean the psyop fucking marches, I mean the real people taking it back for the people. Now, what we got here? Porcelain and china. Okay, so it's porcelain. Sure. Collecting charge. I bet that sounds nice. The bells. Cool. I feel really Chinese today. I feel like I can kung fu. Be like water. I'm water. You feeling all Bruce Lee now, guys? Guys and girls. I get girls can feel all Bruce Lee as well, don't you? I bet you do all like kung fu moves, don't you? 'Cause you do. Hiya! Like that. Yeah, do it now. Makes you feel good. Go hiya! Like that. Like Miss Piggy, if you have to. Yeah, I know. Feels pretty good, doesn't it? So anyway, yeah, porcelain. So. Electroconductive qualities of technology of Tartaria. And another one in Nanking. I don't want to talk about what happened to that, but the story wasn't a pretty one. But you know, it's the history books, isn't it? So they're just maybe just telling us this is how fucking despicable and depraved humanity can be. But maybe it is true. Maybe I'm just living in a fucking little innocent world and it is not. It is like that. And people are that depraved. Maybe. Maybe just don't understand being me. Maybe. I don't know. Fuck. Anyway. Bollocks. Let's have a look a bit more. I'm getting a bit bored of China now, if I'm honest. I want to go over to Tartaria. You coming with me? Oh, hang on. Let's have a look at that first. So we're going to look at some beautiful clothes, headdresses, happy hats, Tartarians, royals, and stuff. And the dickheads that brought all this trouble down on us. The Caesars. You may call them Romans. We regard them as the bonies. So, here we are. I'm going to share them with you in a minute, but first we're going to go to Tartarian beauty. Okay, now. So what we need, really, is some traditional Tartarian music. I'll share the music that I've been playing, if you can even hear it, because I don't know. In the descriptions box. So this is Tartar folk music. So, alright, from my perspective, it looks a bit camp, yeah. But like I'm saying, this is proper fur and the quality and everything. And they do this sort of weird pose thing going on. And where's the rest of the world? Where's the background? Is he actually floating in nowhere? Or is he just falling forever? You know what I mean? Anyway, let's struggle through. So Tartar kings, or this is not even a king. This is someone in their council flat, guys. Yeah, king of the castle. Yeah. Beat the Max VHS. Yeah, he's doing all right, isn't he? He's got funky stuff, lovely clothes. It's all like just crap now. So onion happy hat, but you know he might have like massive locks. It's for his happy lock hat, I think. And this is the sort of colour, because you were like, because of this, like the Celestine prophecy, and everything was scintillating and beautiful and sumptuous and gorgeous. You know, the resonance, the vibration, the people, the clothes, the thought, everything. It was like wickedly nice and juicy. You know, like the colour in this. Okay. No danger, no weirdness, beauty, colour. So yeah, there was a bit of a obviously a disinformation campaign going on concerning the Tartars. They said that he looked like this, the Tartar, but they don't, do they? Because they're all like good looking and got it going on and stuff. So anyway, there. True relation to the unheard monster, unheard of because it doesn't exist, which was taken in Hungary, okay, by invincible valour. Somebody actually took this on. Okay, the manchief's manhood of the noble Count, Saint General of German forces against Turk. Yeah, it's a lot of like, we don't like you, you don't like us. Do you see how this thing is? So I don't think it's always been like that. I think we all got on in this place together. Do you know how I know? This is a Tartarian traditional clothing lady, okay? Yeah, she could be Irish. She has tartan on. So she could be Scottish. In fact, she could be Welsh. In fact, she could be Latvian, Lithuanian, Estonian, Belarusian, Ukrainian, Russian, Hungarian, Romanian. She could be from the Mediterranean at certain periods. She could be from anywhere. She has the coins, like the Romani gypsies they had on their hats. The gypsies also persecuted people, remained as a Tartaria. All the technology, the coins are a technology. What are they made of? So when we had no racism and we had no opposition and we had no different countries, because we were all in one big nation, happy, and with individual self-sovereignty duchies and not concentrated cities where they can lock you down in a psyop pandemic type of affair or whatever, we were like this. We were all the same peoples everywhere in the plane. We had technology, F-ethers, feathers, interacting with the ether, literally affecting it in a ripple. You know, if you're tuned in enough, you can actually see, guys. If you'd had acid, you could see it. But I'm just saying, this is a definite tech. They don't tell you about the geometric technology, fractal nature. They go in other realms of the indistinguishable, because they're not actually there. That's nice, isn't it? So that's how they dressed. So as you can imagine, I don't know who's knocking up all of these beautiful silks, these clothes, what kind of work's doing them. You know, they're painting the world as being this mud-flooded, you know, just apocalyptic stuff. But, you know, in the Tartarian era, before all of that went down, they were managing to make clothes like this. Can they do that in the modern day? Well, yeah, it probably cost you a couple of $100 or something. So she's a Tartarian lady with crampons because it's snowy, because she's in the tundra. Here's another Tartarian lady. So diamonds, jewels, do they grow? Diamonds, you grow them in a lab, guys. Are they growing all of these jewels in some sort of lab technology in this period? Isn't she beautiful, by the way? And the crown is a technology. The corona is a technology. Interacts with thought. Can you imagine the intellect? No wonder these artworks and all these things were happening in these creative expressions in this period, which can't be touched now in a modern day, unfortunately. I have to look back. Quality interpretation of consciousness, I'm afraid. There's one or two bright sparks in this place, but not really. Most of them are all bought and paid for and sold. Out. Backbone. Tartar ladies. So they dress, you know, even the common folk, what you would call, but they're not really, dress fantastically. She's got like this big metal belt thing going on. Where do they pick this stuff up? At the market? That must be one fantastic friggin' market, guys. Silks. Even the carpets, you know, are just most incredible pile. So I think that's more a fanciful idea of Tartarian lady. But I like the colour, and it does speak of that Celestine prophecy type of perception of reality that it comes with Tartaria. It's not all about its beauty, it's about how we interpret it. We will see it like so. Which is fantastic. Now let's have some Tartarian music. That's a dude. Yeah, that's the Chinese, the Russian dancing thing. Estonians do also. Nice birds, except them turned up bits. Wow. 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 Nicholas and Zyrina. Look at this. Ruby. Emerald. Emerald. Shh. Hammerhead shark. That's a happy hat. Yeah, see, they not ugly people, the Tartars, were they? Oh, that's beautiful. But that's could be Scandinavian or so many countries, even Peru. Don't know what she's doing the pyramid on. I don't even know if she's Tartarian, I just thought I'd slot it in. Anyway. Incredible. So, if you enjoyed the Tartarian music, I'm not sure if you can hear it as good as I can, but we're moving on now because time's getting on. Okay, 5:30 UK time. Now I got some Bible Tom's here to share with you. I'm not sure if I've shown these before, maybe a few years back, but they're from an early period. I think it's 1672 to 1733, and they show you Genesis, but they're in unbelievable detail. Excuse me. And they're all in frames, the Phoenician frame, mud flooded world, and Bible depictions, but quite apocalyptic, as you can imagine, because it is the Bible and it is an apocalyptic sort of book. Genesis, Revelations, and all sorts of crazy shit going down all the way through. So what we got here in the Bible: Aurora Borealis, the Northern Lights. which is a curious picture to have in a Bible, don't you think? So yeah, guys, make sure to come back on the weekend. Make sure to catch up on my vlogs on Matt Leedtke channel, because I don't think people are being recommended. Things are going the other way. I'm not sure what's going on. You have to tell me. I'll talk about it in a minute. I'm not sure what that is. Not sure what that is. So yeah, I've picked up on the Tartarian channel. I've been posts out on there. I'm going to open up as many channels and give as much time as I can possibly humanly give to try and expand the words and information of flat earth Britishness, bringing love and up in a vibration, because this place is infinitely boring and depressing. You know, they got no fun in them, a lot of people. So, you know, maybe everyone would want to have some fun, hang out, flat earth British peeps, you know. I'm thinking there's a lot of lonely people out there, especially now with all this unbelievable bullshit going down. Fuckers. Anyway, so yeah, I'll link this to you. There's plenty in now. I'll just show you a couple more images. There's some absolutely nasty apocalyptic affairs where everybody dies, but they're unbelievably engraved. So I'm not sure what's going on there. Looks like a bit of the 300s going on. So it's not all Bible then, apparently. So let me just put it onto the thumbnails and we'll have a little scroll through. Excuse me, I'm so super thirsty. So yeah, funny thing to put on Aurora Borealis. What we got here? So I will share this, link this up with you. I'm going to be sharing a few images with you shortly. Oh, that's unusual. What do we make of that little thing then? Eh? Twister? Ripping down a dugout field? No, they're troops. They're humongous amounts of troops. So that could be just a, you know, a god affair, probably to do with Moses and Pharaoh's army, maybe. Unusual, they're going in straight lines in trenches and such, though. So have a look how this pans out a minute. So just lightning, plasma, winds blowing air, and then you get a tempest. Curious and curiouser, said Martin. You got a few wordy bits, but not a language I can understand. So, right, let's not waste another second. Now, I've opened up on the Celtic Tartarian channel because it's sat there with 23,000 subscribers, guys, and I'm thinking, what's going on? What should happen is when I make a post, 23,000 people should be notified that I've made a post, but it doesn't reflect it. It's getting less views than my backup channel, because this used to be my main channel, you see. So this is beautiful piano music by Giovanni Battista Peronisi's engravings collection. I posted 3 days ago. Beautiful, guys, make sure to check that out. And What If, which is to basically promote, which I don't mention enough, but I should, the Holy Grail of our Flat Earth, which is a Flat Earth British book, which is absolutely mind-blowing information to behold. And you can check that video out for yourself. It's beautiful graphics, it's exceptionally well made. So I'm gonna have to start posting some on there and open this up, although it's not getting the views. I don't know what's going on. It's like they're not even there, the subscribers that it says they have. But I got over 1,000 videos, 5 years of information, yeah, of this, you know, of this topic. Okay, for people to wade their way through. Okay, now my main channel, okay, Martin Leedtke. Now I'm not sure what's going on because I got 23,000 subscribers on here also, so they should be notified, but they're not. And my views are at the moment less than they were Let's have a look. 1 year ago when I started this new channel after the hack, you all remember? Last September I started. It's just over a year old channel, and I had maybe 10,000 less subscribers then, or even more, you know, in some cases. And views are back to there. So you're sick of the sight of me and my information. As far as you know, in my mind, maybe I'm just tripping you guys. I'm thinking, you know, I'm bringing out the most mind-splatting information on the whole of the internet, and everyone sort of agrees. I'm not, you know, am I wrong? Or are YouTube suppressing me? Because at the moment it's going completely the other way, which is fucking shit for me, guys. Okay, this is not working out for me at all, because I basically put adverts in. Okay, I only put one in at the beginning. Okay, so as not to be greedy. If there's any more, it's YouTube doing it, not me. To basically generate income so I can pay my rent, as to not be homeless. Now, it's not doing it anymore. I'm just putting as much content as I can out on 3 channels, and it's just not even meeting it anymore. So I'm not sure what I got to do. I'm having to rethink about everything at this stage, because it's no good me, you know, carrying on if I'm not going to be here, guys, is what I'm trying to say, you know. And I'm doing every single hour God gives to try and make this work. I try every single thing I possibly can in my head to make this truth out there, and it's going the other way. Yeah, everybody's stuck in online and lockdowns are all over. It makes no sense. So I'm either being stepped on or something else is going on, and I've missed the point or something. So let me know, guys, comment, because at this stage I'm a bit fucking lost with it all. You know, I thought that things would pan out a bit differently, not be completely fucked and doomed, which I am, because I am in terrible arrears and they are demanding it. So fuck. So this is all bad timing, and then there's Armageddon. So fuck. So if you don't know, Blowing Mudflood is our website, okay, where you can see what I just showed you, that video. So yeah, that's it. So I'm trying to promote, guys. I'm trying to sell a few books, maybe, because everyone seems to have gone off Flat Earth, my publishers has told me. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe Flat Earth British in my title is just crucifying me, because they fucking hate Flat Earthers, don't they? And you know, it did cause all this trouble in the first fucking place. So, and telling everyone about the reset system. So maybe it's just that. So there's all the shit we do. There's plenty going on. Get my Instagram, guys. I'm on there all the time as well. Okay, you can donate. You can. I got a shop. Not that I've ever had any interaction really with it, but apparently you got stacks and stacks of items. But I don't know what's going on with that. Like everything else in life. Medfred, Tartaria, Firmament, Starforts, Fash'ion, Comets, Technosmia, Antiqutech Shapes, Giants, Maps, Airships, Words, Sciences, Worlds, Fairs, Resets, Architecture, Art, Weather, and Aquatech, Fireplaces, Resorts, News, Activities. And this is my son, who's trying to get up to 1,000 subscribers so he can go live and do sort of metal stuff, and guys, and he's only about, like, I don't know, 150 off. So I'm guessing a few of you will watch this. If I leave the link in the description box, we give him a sub. It's worth this. Armageddon stuff, how to survive, yeah, how to make money when there's no money, and the cash, you know, the electric goes down, cash machines go. What are you going to do without your ATM, guys? You ever thought about that? No, really, have you? Because you won't be able to purchase anything, and if you haven't got the food in your house, you're fucked. You've got to phone them and wait for them to bring a box, and then you're totally reliant on them, like they want you to be totally reliant on them. So yeah, if you click the thing, you can get whatever, you know, maps, Antiqutech, etc. Okay, on our resources, free resource. In the resources you can get thousands of books free. I fully intend on getting all my images and everything that I possess on these hard drives out to you to share at some stage in the near future, if I can, which I will. There's no use in sat in there, you know, drives all that fucking paradigm changing information, and I just want to bring it all out, really, everything I got. It's just so much. So persevere. So some beautiful, there's a Gleason's map. I've got one of them on my walls. So take your pick. If you don't know about this subject, guys, and you're new to it and you're wondering what's going on, okay, I'll tell you everything about it on there. So now I'm going to show you some images. Let me just bring up my doodah of the day. Only some, because I'm going to share the rest with you on the weekend, but this is the sort of thing we're going to be looking at. Now, this is a German city, can't remember which one, and I'm not sure what these are, guys, these big gantries, or if they're just on the fronts of buildings, but would you not agree that that's had a mud flood? Burying a load of dead, and everything is buried in the mud, so there's been some sort of serious mud flood event happening here, wouldn't you agree? Even the doors are buried. These are buried, and they're putting people in what looks like a mass pit. I don't know what these white things are. These more dead bodies over here, or the light, I don't know. So definitely a mud flood event. Any accident on that? Did people designate that path through their chi, or did they deliberately put paths that way? Because people's designated paths from a pentagram out in centre of what looks like St. Petersburg, possibly Moscow, sorry. So what you do get in Renaissance art is this type of the end or the fall of the Roman Empire, or if you like, the end of the Greco-Roman world. The Phoenicians are going to fall. This is it. Look at the size of this architecture. These feasting halls go on as far as the eye can see. It's like the Atlanteans, the Phoenicians, and you got the Tower of Babel, and another Tower of Babel, massively high. The menorah's lit. Well, the plasma cracks and hits Babylon. So here they are. I think like Cleopatra or whoever this Phoenician chick is. Okay, she's gonna have a load of eunuchs carrying around, which means they chop their bits off so they don't get all like ideas about their princessage they gotta carry. Because this is Liberty Island. Okay, this is Fort Wood, which is a star fort, Statue of Liberty, but this is the rest of the island. They got a few ramshackle buildings. The place is a massive dump, and I'm wondering why, if they had this massive feat of engineering, why everything looks like it's just countryside. Anyway, so some interesting coinage from the past. What about this massive happy hat on this? Papal happy hat. Fash'ion. And they say, and this is a cross section of the DNA, okay, it's the flower of life and it holds the golden ratio. I bet that blew your mind, it should. So apparently a cross section of DNA exhibits the flower of life. True? Well, I can't verify that sort of microscoping. So Melusine there was laughing with joy. He gasped in horror. So he found basically Lucillin and was laughing with joy, and he gasped in horror. So would you moan if you had Melusine in your bath? Why? Because you've got fish bits. Don't let that put you off. Probably all be epic. Okay, they don't anyway. I told you they change into full-on proper females when they get out of the water. I told you all this before. I don't know about that, but I think it's sound augmenting. So if this is some sort of bell or device, it would be some sort of, maybe this is soundproofing. Maybe because hit that, it would definitely dull it out. Something that might slot in some ancient Tartarian craft. Docking. Yeah, I like that. But the rest is melted. Meltage. Inside pretty well. Survived the meltage. So, visited some noble giants. Come down from the north. Wondering how Olaf Johnson got on after his got section for grassing about them. Look at this. Spooky little kid they got. So there's a whole entourage of giants come to visit there in the past, guys. They do that, don't they? So key. and another key was blocked. 2 of these, what are they? Spooky? Weird? Meltage. This was all the way over there, guys. Obviously. So what's the key for? I'll tell you what it is. It's melted. And it's a mystery. How do they paint tears in Renaissance art? Let's have a little think about, right? I'm painting a tear. What colour did they use? How did they do it? Just outline, bit of distortion inside the drop, and then a little bead for light, yeah? Clever stuff. So, what are you crying for? We will never know. Scots discover witchcraft, VV, the old Phoenician VV, okay, proving that common opinions of witches contacting with devil spirits and familiars, and the power to kill, torment, or consume their bodies of a man, a woman, or a child, or other creatures by, I don't know what that is, or otherwise, flying in the air and by sea, so they fly, to be but imaginary, erroneous concepts or novelties, wherein also lurid, unchristian practices of witchmongers upon age, melancholy, ignorant, superstitious people in extorting concessions by inhuman terrors of torture and notable whatever. So the Knives of Confederacy and Conjurers, the Impus of Blasphemy and Enchanters, and the Imposure of Soothsayers, which are dream catchers or interpreters. I had a nightmare last night, weird nightmare concerning my mother. It was a horrible nightmare. I woke up not good. So my dreams gone all weird. They're either strange or really profound and really on. So that's a nice little water feature. Beat Memorial Fountain. What do you think? Get your fucking head in there. See, the angels are not all that, are they? Yeah, look at this angel there. So I don't know why everyone's, thinking they're all fucking chocolate. This one's getting his nose bit off by a crow, and this one's getting his head stuck. This one's getting his eye bit off by a crow. So the crows, coronas, are on the side of the angels. I don't know what's going on. To me, it's all evil. I might be wrong. Maybe there's no such thing as evil. Maybe there's no such thing as good. Maybe it's just isness and being right. So I think this is a fella, because basically I know Mediterranean women get a bit hairy, yeah, but it's all that olive oil. But he's got like a JX or a 1X1, yeah, pure curly hair. My hair used to go like that when I was little. Okay, I had curly hair. He has a shave, so I'd say he was a man. Okay, yeah, he looks manny. But look at the shit got going on, huh? What do you think all that does? Looks funky. Probably does something to protect you from electromagnetic radiation, help thought. All these in this, the ceiling's fantastic, everything is, but what about these? What would their purpose be? You have these like bits with the, you see these bits here, with coiled metal around them. Very intrigued by that. Wondering what their purpose could be. Candle holders? I'm not so sure. With them big spikes, put a candle on there. Just need massive candles. So look at this for a lamp and opulence. It's broke. Damn it. But it's been there for a long time, probably. Yeah. You're gonna be good if you order one of them online. And if any other Casusus is the NHS use it as their symbol, and it's associated with health, virility, and all of that. The hermetic, the hermetic Casusus. But in this case, he's the plague doctor has got it. And if you know anything about plague doctors, they bring it with them. If you ain't got it, You will have. So why have they got the droogie masks on and look all, you know, obscene and abuse, you know, perverse in this realm? I do not know. So let's have a look at antiquity. So this is the bathroom. So this maid seems to be full as an egg. I don't even know if that was permissible in them days. Okay, she's got horns, and this ginger girl is basically washing her food, and the woman got to stand there and watch her for some fucking reason. What's on the floor? But it just goes to show that they weren't smelly in the past, guys. They had really good hygienic habits, which is good news. That is just beautiful. That might be my thumbnail if it fits. Quite like that. I don't know, it's a bottle of shit. Not literally, but stuff. See, I can see all stuff in there, like peoples and things. Well, shapes. What can you see? Could do a psychological analysis with this, couldn't you? Could do some Freudism. Stare into the bottle. What was your relationship with your mother? My mother. Yeah, it's weird, all that psychoanalyzation. I'd love for them to have a go with me. Okay, no. They'd be crying in no time. I'd have them laying down in the black chair saying, you know, what seems to be your problem? So, would you say an apocalyptic event has happened here or not? In the recent past, guys, would you say that is not the case? No? Pretty obvious and self-explanatory to me that that was an apocalyptic event to take that masonry out of the Greco-Roman world in the reset of 460 odd years ago, maybe a bit less, who knows, can't pinpoint it. Calendars all off from the calendar change of basically they did 2 calendar changes, 1609, and then they had the common year, the leap year changes, and the Greenwich Mean Time changes, and a couple of you know, calendar shifts took a little bit of time to go into fruition through Europe, from the Gregorian to the Juliano-Gregorian shift. The royal family and the elite are still on the Juliana, by the way. So this is Stalingrad. I've done a vlog on it on my Tartarian channel. You may want to catch it at some stage. But that's in the film Enemy at the Gates, that one. Is that a crocodile? Yeah. Do you have any crocodiles in the Volga? Oh, little I knew. So anyway, I'm going to wrap it up for now. I'm going to come back, have a chat with you all. Thank you all for coming. I'm going to be back on the weekend. It's going to be Super Juice weekend this weekend, guys. So this is a Great Expositions arch. They say it was made temporary, and for me, it looks filthy and old. What say you? Filthy? Old? And it was only standing a few years? So what pollution are we looking at, guys? Because, you know, this car's not been invented yet, really, has it? So, what would you say? I'd say this was a lot older. Oh, the dirt, the soot. Yeah? Look at these here. Things been there for, you know, years at that stage. So yeah, there is pictures of it being torn down, as I put on my vlogs before, and it looks like plasterboards and plaster Paris, but it's bullshit. So that's it for today. Check that Phoenician little statue out. That's a beauty. Okay, I'm coming back. Good tidings to you all. Love and respect and eternal gratitude, as always. Because if you're not grateful for anything in this place, what's the bloody point, eh? So I hope you enjoyed that. We're looking at China, Chair. Hope you enjoyed the music. Hope you enjoyed the Tartars. I don't know if it'll all work out. Watch it back now. Hopefully it will. Good to see you guys. So, anyway, Flat Earth British, make sure to watch my vlog. Share these things out, guys. I don't know what's going on. It's all going a bit weird. So let me know, you know, am I missing something? Because I'm at a loss with it all. Okay, but I will keep on punching them out. Keep on doing the best I possibly can for information on as many channels as I can. Okay. You have no idea how defiant I can be, guys. Or stubborn. Nobody has. Oh, maybe somebody does. Anyway, be good. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. I say that always. It's not, you know, specifically a one person. Peace and love to you all. Fucking funny. Okay, stay epic. Okay. And I'll be back very soon. As soon as something exciting that I want to tell you all about happens, I will crank up live and tell you all about it. Okay, share this out. Hope you enjoyed. Flat Earth British. Peace and love.